Joined today by Laura Kurash, captain for the Wesleyan women's soccer team. By Kerry Doyle, forward for our Wesleyan women's soccer team. Kerry, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Now, Laura, since stepping onto Wesleyan's campus, you've been a mainstay in the starting 11. What do you attribute to your quick transition from high school soccer to the college game, and you being able to really come in and just establish yourself?
Well, two things. One was that I play a lot of club soccer, so that really prepared me. I was in a really good summer league right beforehand, so I was ready playing-wise to come in. But I think the most important thing was how welcoming the team and the coaches were for me. They made the transition super easy, and I wasn't nervous at all, and they were willing to work with me if I was ever unsure about anything. So it was a really easy transition.
No, I was definitely used to playing at a very high level, just in the club scene. Used to playing with top players, and so coming in right away, I just wanted to work hard and do what I came here to do right away. I felt very comfortable playing with Laura up front right away, and everything sort of clicked. And so everything sort of went smoothly right off the bat, and I had a pretty good start, and it all just sort of rolled from there.
Now, you mentioned the coaches. Previous coach, no longer with the staff, was instrumental in you choosing Wesleyan. Do you want to elaborate on kind of that recruiting process?
So my junior year of high school, I came to the Wesleyan soccer camp and befriended our former assistant coach, Matt Gross. He was currently a coach at Quinnipiac, so after the camp I was being recruited to Quinnipiac, and then in about 6 months later, he changed and came to Wesleyan, and I just happened to run into him at a tournament, and he came to one of my games and asked if I'd be interested in there, and came and visited and loved it. Visited twice, and yeah.
Yeah, you most definitely had a pretty quick start, and it's continued through this your sophomore year. You've started off very quickly, 2 goals, 2 assists. Has there been a difference in your mentality or your comfortability with the team coming in, having had a full year with the coaches and the other players?
Yeah, definitely. I more so this past off season got to spend a lot more time training as a forward, which wasn't my background coming in. So all off season, all summer, I got to work on things that were problematic maybe last season, sort of work out the kinks. And also coming in, a lot of our starting lineup was returning players, and so it was girls I was used to playing with. I knew their styles, so it was sort of easy to start strong right away.
Now, you are a captain, as I mentioned earlier. Coming into this year, what responsibilities, mentality did you approach the practices and the games to be a leader for your teammates both on and off the field?
I've always wanted to convey a sense of working hard, whether or not it was my best day of practice or on the field or not. And as a captain, I wanted to continue to convey that so that everyone would come out to practice and want to play every single day. And that's pretty hard when you're in the season. So I try to focus on doing that anyway, even if it's been a long day in class, to come out and play as hard as I can. Hopefully inspire everyone else to do the same. Off the field's a little trickier. I have a tendency to be quiet. So like in games, I don't say much. So I've been trying to bolster up my teammates and say a little bit more encouraging things. Or if I see something that, not that necessarily someone's doing wrong, but they might be able to improve on, just point it out nicely. Just try to help in any way I can, really, whereas I wasn't doing that in the past. I was more quiet.
You're actually from the sort of Wesleyan area, originally from North Haven, Connecticut, I believe. What's it been like playing so close to home with your family and your friends, I guess, able to come and cheer you on regularly?
Yeah, it's been great. My parents have come to every game, not even just the home games. They go to every game. I have a lot of good friends still at home who got to come to my games. best friend goes to school in Connecticut, she can come to my games. So it's just really great to have that support system. All my family and my friends, even old club coaches, get to come, and it's just a nice environment, and it's easy to feel comfortable at home.
Laura, talking about some of your off-field responsibilities, as a student here at Wes, you have taken on quite the load. You're a double major with Spanish and chemistry. You want to elaborate on what it takes to balance being a standout athlete and as well a great student?
Time management is key. And sleep, I would say, are the two most important things, especially in season, getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, which is hard because you have so much work. Now I'm experiencing some of the really tough upper level science courses especially that are super time consuming. So it's about, not necessarily going to lunch or dinner every day and just going straight from practice, showering, and going into the library and working there, because you do have to get your sleep to play well. So you want to do well in class, but equally well on the field. So it's tough but manageable.
Yeah, time management, key skill to learn. Now, as a chemistry major, you're thinking the pre-med track, I believe.
Definitely. Yeah.
You had quite the interesting, I think, internship or experience this summer.
Yeah.
You want to discuss that a little bit?
Sure, yeah. I was lucky. I got an internship at Penn Medicine. I worked with a neurosurgeon for the summer. Did mainly two things. Wrote an article basically for him to try to get it published, which we're working on now. And the other thing is I worked in his lab, working on implants for the spine, like to work on disectomies. So it was really cool. I don't think I could ever be a neurosurgeon because brains kind of freak me out, but I like surgery a lot, so definitely thinking that course.
Future doctor here sitting with us.
That'd be nice.
So it's going to wrap it up for today's segment. I want to thank you again for joining us and wish you the best of luck in your upcoming games.
Thank you.
Thank you.